Hey guys, so it is my first video of March, which means it is time for my March goals video. This is one of my favorite videos to film and share every month, and so I am looking forward to sharing my March goals with you today. Today's video is sponsored by Arteza. Arteza offers a huge selection of high quality paint sets, canvases, school and office supplies, and everything in between. They are offering all of my subscribers 10% off their order now through March 31st. So the info for that is in the description box below. If you want to see what I selected from their website, then stick around. Today's video is sponsored by Arteza, and the reason I wanted to include them in today's video is because my first goal of the month of March is my homeschooling goal, and that is just to make homeschool fun again. So I have shared my goals with you monthly for the last few months, my homeschooling goals, and those have been very dry. Like, I have needed to put specific focus into reading or put specific focus into math or like just getting book work done. And I finally feel like we've turned a corner, and my goal for the month of March is just to make it fun again. Bringing in the crafting and bringing in the trivia games. My kids love when we play review games, and they're so beneficial in our homeschool, and yet they're one of the first things to go when we just have to get homeschool done. So Arteza sent us some really great products. First, I have this Arteza Kids 30 colors of finger paint, which I thought would be amazing for Annabeth and Eli. Annie has been really desiring to be a part of our homeschool, and I struggle with ways to bring her into the mix. This next product is going to be so exciting for my oldest daughter specifically, because we have pretty much been a no glitter family for a long time, but John recently built a new granite countertop and cabinetry out in our utility room. And so now our kids have a place to do independent desk work and also to craft. And so I bought a big set, or I didn't buy it, they sent it to me, but they sent me a big set of glitter. Now I got to choose what they sent me, and so this one, this was my decision, but she's gonna be so excited, and that's all I could think of when I saw this. She's super creative. She loves making project display boards. They love making posters. They love their end of the year history projects. And so I just thought that this was so perfect, especially to keep out there. Next I have this, and this is one of the things I'm most excited about. They have such a wide variety of things on their website that it took me a really long time, 2 months to be exact, to get back to my contact there and let her know exactly what I wanted them to send, because I really had a hard time deciding. And one of the things that they sent are these 9 by 12 inch dry erase lapboards, and it's a 16 pack. And I'm really excited about this because I host a history co-op with one of my girlfriends, and one of the kids' favorite things to do is play trivia games. And so all I could see when I saw those lapboards were trivia games, reviews, drawing pictures of their narrations, and all sorts of things like that. So I love having that 16 pack. And I also like that there's 16 in here, so they won't take up much space in my homeschool room, which has been hard for me in the past to find something that would be beneficial and fun, but also would not take up too much space. They also sent us these 32 I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, Tempera colors of paint, and we have already gotten into these. The kids have used these for quite a few projects. I'm just excited to have a refresher on our paints and have lots of different colors, and just to have a nice quality set of paints, because as my kids get older, they need quality products. To go along with the dry erase boards, I chose these colorful dry erase markers, 52 dry erase markers, all sorts of colors in here. My kids are gonna be so excited to have all these different colors with those dry erase boards, and also because I do let my kids draw on our sliding glass doors that are in our homeschool room, and that has given a lot of creative opportunities to my kids as far as their copy work, as far as scripture memory or hymn study and things of that nature. So all the different colors, I cannot wait to see what they do with that. And then last but definitely not least, one of the ways that we bring fun back into our homeschool is with our nature study. And when we take our time to do nature study really, really well, We are doing them with high quality watercolor paints, and I'm really excited to have a set of the pan watercolors. This is something we haven't used yet in our homeschool, and I just really think, like I said, that my older kids are ready to start using quality and real art supplies, and so I was really excited to get this and to bring it into our nature study. So thank you, Arteza, for sending me these supplies. I'm really excited with the products that I chose, and I can't wait to use them in our homeschool and to spruce up our homeschool and make it a little bit more fun this month. So like I said, my homeschooling goal for the month is to make our homeschool fun. And I just think there's that sigh of relief that every homeschool goes through after you kind of like do some of the nitty gritty that has to be done, that you can just bring back the enrichment stuff and the fun stuff and the stuff that you just love the most. And I think we all do it to ourselves. Those things that we love the most, we take out first when we need to hit the books. And yet, you know, we always realize at some point that those are the things we shouldn't take out, but it just is a natural thing. And I can't wait to see my kids' love of learning like really perk up again once we bring in the fun and the beautiful things. So let me know in the comments below what specific things are the most fun in your homeschool that your kids really look forward to, and what are the things that really end up on the chopping block first for you. I'd be really interested to see if it kind of matches up with mine. My family goal for the month is a financial one. My husband and I recently got the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace Junior set for our kids to work through, and we have started paid chores again. There's a really long way to explain that, and I could do that if you guys want me to do a review on it. But basically they still have their contributions and our family rhythms and our habits that we cultivate, but they do have the opportunity to earn commission with that. As we started doing that, I have to be totally honest with you guys, John and I have always had, of course, I mean, I think everybody does, a savings account, and we've always been very diligent to keep up with our savings and make sure we're always putting money in our savings. But something kind of struck me recently when I realized that I have never officially started savings accounts for our kids. I've done the envelope system for them, so they've had money and they've had stuff in savings, but they haven't had their own accounts. And I hate to admit that. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that my daughter is almost 11 and I have never started her a savings account, but I finally did it today. I went to the bank and I opened up 4 savings accounts. I put the minimum amount I needed to put in to open up 4 savings accounts, so it was kind of a big deal. It wasn't like a, you know, random move. It was thought out and prepared for. And we are really gonna focus on that with our kids. For example, our kids have a lot of stuff they don't wanna use anymore. I want them to put in the effort this month to clean those things up, take them to consignment. Every time that they get birthday money or Christmas money, we've started talking about how much they would wanna put toward their savings and how much they wanna keep. And so just keeping up those financial conversations with our kids, as well as being careful and mindful to start cultivating that habit of putting aside for savings for them. It's like a twofold goal, because John and I both need to kind of make that more a part of our daily life and our financial conversations. And my kids, I would also like for them to be more mindful of that and kind of grow up not with the expectation that that money is just going to be theirs to use for whatever, but I want them to start to understand, at least my older ones, the purpose behind why we're saving and what that money could go toward potentially when they're older. My parenting goal is super bittersweet. I definitely feel like my oldest daughter, who is 11 maybe by the time this video goes up, I can't remember the date that this is going up. She is about to turn 11 any day now, and I definitely have noticed over the last year or so that sweet season of wanting to play but not wanting to play, not being really sure of what she wants to do, feeling older but also feeling like a little kid still, and just it's a very tender season of life. And so where last month my goal was to focus on bringing my preschooler into our school mix a little more and kind of turning toward her a little bit and making sure that she's doing well, my goal for this month is to do the same with my oldest daughter. This is a stage, I know a lot of people don't look forward to this preteen season, but I really do, because my mom did this season really well with me when I was, you know, 11 and 12, and I've always looked forward to really building that relationship and enjoying that relationship with her, and just kind of figuring out what that looks like for she and I now, like pouring into her and spending more quality time with her, not just spending more time with her, but kind of figuring her out and helping her figure herself out, and just kind of helping her mature and discipling her along the way, working through emotional stuff with her. You know, it's just 6 months ago, reflecting here, I noticed that like she still loved when I would put bows in her hair, and in my heart I was kind of like, oh, I wonder how much longer I have. But I was in no way, shape, or form will I ever force my kids to grow up when they're not ready to. But you know, now it's just totally different, and I just have noticed that she's hit that season where she'll still do it if I stick a bow in her hair. She's not going to say no, but I can tell that it's not her style anymore, and she and her little girlfriend have been enjoying thrifting, and she's kind of like trying to figure out that little style. And it's a scary season of parenting, of course, knowing that grown-up things are heading our way, and that means a certain thing, you know, with mother-daughter relationships. But also I want to press into that relationship and make it the best that it can be, with what she's willing to make it as well. So I'm looking forward to this season, and I wanted to spend the next month or so really focusing on where my busyness has neglected opportunities with her, and what I can do day to day to pour into her and make sure that she feels seen, and make sure that she's navigating this and doesn't feel alone in the season of life. And I have to make that my focus for a while in order to figure that out, because I just don't want life to pass me by and have a lot of like, oh, if I would have done that differently. And I know everybody does, so I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm just saying, like, it's not my goal to like figure it out in the next month, but it's definitely a goal of mine to turn my heart toward her and really press in and really kind of reevaluate, like, you know, who she is as a person, and just kind of catch up with her and see where she's at. And then my personal goal is, I hate saying this right after that last goal about my daughter, because it sounds so vain, but it is weight loss. But not in like, I want to lose 10 pounds, just in more of like, I know how I feel, and I don't feel my best right now. I don't have like a number goal. I never have. What I have noticed is that I've hit that stage of life where the things that used to work don't work, or they don't work as fast. And so if I can just focus on, I'm always focused on nutrition, but I always give myself grace too, and I think I've given myself a little too much grace. And also I haven't been really paying much attention to my working out. I've only been working out like a day or two a week, which doesn't make me feel my best. And so I'm just being like raw with you guys about the weight loss thing. I know it's like a little bit of a taboo topic, especially online. It can be sensitive, I know, but I'm just saying, I know how I feel best, and it is not right now. And I definitely have to kind of put it in my daily habits kind of position as far as goals go, just because, you know, during Christmas time, I actually lost a few pounds because I was really focused on not giving in to the holiday food and the holiday season. And so I really made sure to keep up with working out and with my nutrition. And now that like that season of like knowing I'm gonna be tempted is gone, I think there's a lot more daily stuff that has come up that I've totally missed. So I just need to be focused on it, and I'm gonna focus on it over the next month and kind of check in with myself at the end of the month and see if it made much of a difference. I think, you know, as women, there's always hormonal things, there's so much going on, and we have to figure out what needs tweaking and what works and what doesn't work, and that changes over time, and that has definitely changed for me lately. And so I just want to take the time for myself and make sure that I can get on track with feeling really good. So that is my goals. Those are my goals for the month of March. So thank you, Arteza, for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate all of these supplies that you sent to our home. Let me know what your goals are in the description box below, and I will see you later.